Stress to the max here, 1 to go, 1.8 miles is the difference between Scott McLaughlin being a race winner or not. That Dex Imaging Chevy has been brilliant, so has the Kiwi all weekend long, and he's dealing with Devlin DeFrancesco, one of 6 rookies in this race. Will it be a factor or will it not?
It seems like the gap between all 3 cars is kind of the same as you see Dev trying to hold on to it over the bumps there.
He was sideways last lap right here. He's sideways there again, exiting turn 9. He's not going to move out of the way.
He is the last car on the lead lap. And just being a little source of frustration for Scott McLaughlin as he sees his mirrors full of Alex Palou.
As frustrated as he is, that was pretty much Palou's last opportunity. He's going to be close, but this isn't really a place you pass. He's going to have to really get him off.
The 28-year-old Kiwi has sustained the pressure. Scott McLaughlin, he's got 56 Supercar wins.
Whatever you got here. To the
he is now an IndyCar race winner. From pole to victory lane, Scott McLaughlin does it. Coming up on Callum Ilott, he's had a positive weekend as well. White flag waves, 1 to go for Scott McLaughlin.
Lee Callum Ilott's last lap was 190 miles an hour. This is going to give Newgarden a chance on the back straightaway.
Look out, Malukas is first one on the list. Got to go to the inside. McLaughlin can't get there though, not close enough. Teammate is coming. Here comes Joseph Newgarden on the high side. Newgarden on McLaughlin. It's going to be a drag race. Newgarden has done it. Newgarden wins on the final lap. How about that? Wow. That epitomizes it is not over until it's over. Joseph Newgarden and the PPG Chevy wins in Texas.
Oh no, with 2 laps to go, are we going to finish this thing under caution?
We see it.
Wonder if he can get that fired, if it's still going, if he can engage reverse. We don't know for Taku. White flag is out.
Nobody close enough to make a move except maybe Pato
The last
O'Ward.
lap.
He had plenty of push to pass. He had double than Will Power just a couple of laps ago. Sato cannot get this thing in reverse.
About another 5 seconds diff. They'll have to throw the yellow here.
Yep.
He's just in too precarious a position to leave it a local caution, I feel.
There it is. And that is race over. Joseph Newgarden will have his first Long Beach victory.
What a drive from Joseph Newgarden.
Spectacular.
Tim Cindric said it. Those in-laps, those out-laps, defending on cold tires.
It was the outlap defending on that final pit stop, defending on Alex Palou, that I thought was just totally brilliant stuff. I mean, he was at a disadvantage, but he placed his Hitachi Chevy in the exact perfect spot to make it difficult for Palou. He didn't make any mistakes. And credit to Palou. Palou didn't force it.
Did you see that from President of Tim Penske? He said to Joseph Newgarden, that was a lot of work today.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, these Penske cars start up front, run away with it, but today, Joseph Newgarden, the 2 team, they really had to earn it.
So, we don't like to see races finish under yellow, but this one was unavoidable. Joseph Newgarden is a Long Beach Grand Prix winner.
Long Beach, guys. Long Beach. It's been a while. Thank you.
And Pato O'Ward will see a clear track ahead with a white flag. 1 more to go for the Arrow McLaren SP driver.
You can have all the overtake you need.
You can have all the overtake
good on
you need.
fuel, and what a result this is for this team. It was a rocky start, but they gathered it up, and today they've executed perfectly, and execution has been the problem. Problems on pit lane, problems with setup. No issues today. They weren't the fastest car starting up front, but over the course of the race, he's made all the right moves, as has his team, James.
I spoke to his engineer, Will Anderson, earlier this weekend, and I said, hey, Will, give me your report card grade so far for the first 3 races. He said B, maybe a B-. We've had some pace, but we haven't had the execution, like you just said, Townsend. So that was the key here this weekend. They knew they had a good car being a pole sitter last year. It was about executing on race day, and they have all done their part.
Wait a second. There's a little lap traffic here for Pato O'Ward. He's going to catch him, I think, into the final couple corners, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
And he's going to win for the 3rd time on a 3rd different circuit. Texas Motor Speedway last year, followed by the Detroit Street Course race, but now on a permanent road course. Pato O'Ward, who had a frustrating start to the year here at Barber Motorsports Park, he's going to win again, but for the first time here, Pato O'Ward.
Second flag, baby.
The ninja
Nice drive.
is back.
Excellent job.
That's Montoya. Montoya is out of the race after such a positive run. But
This is my most fun win ever. Let's bring it home, buddy.
bring it home. The 22-year-old Californian, Colton Herta, wins the GMR Grand Prix to the delight of the Andretti Autosport crew. Neither of these two in the front have won the Indy 500. There is 2.5 miles to go. And O'Ward is on the attack. Here comes Pato.
Inside.
Ericsson won't let it happen. Phenomenal driving from both men.
I don't know if O'Ward's going to be able to gather it back up. That might have been his big chance. They exit 2 and go to the backstretch. Ericsson leads by 5 car lengths.
Ericsson has shaken off the challenge of the Arrow McLaren SP in really bold driving.
Turn 2.
Yellow behind you.
Yellow's
Caution.
out.
It'll finish under caution. It's Sage Karam, Marcus Ericsson with the spirit of Ronnie Peterson on board with his helmet. Joins Kenny Brack as the only other Swede.
You did it, buddy. You just won the Indy 500.
Marcus Ericsson wins the Indianapolis 500 in the most dramatic way. White flag is at the ready for Will Power. 2.35 miles to go for Power.
And now you can see Power and Rossi almost on the same straightaway together. Power coming through turn 2 on the long straightaway to 3. You'll see Will Power
There's
just
Rossi
behind Ferrucci. Here comes Rossi.
This would need to be the most spectacular last lap you've ever seen. Down into turn 3.
Okay, that's the leader in front of you.
That's the leader in front of you. Go get him. Andretti Autosport says, Brian Barnhart says to Alexander Rossi, is it doable?
So agonizingly close for Alexander Rossi. He can smell the fumes off the back of that number 12 Verizon Chevrolet, but it might not be enough. Lots of push to pass in favor of Will Power.
He's got power, but he doesn't have much grip left.
There he is. They're running out of corners. This is not over yet. Alexander Rossi, who hasn't won in 43 races. Road America 2019. Can the Andretti driver do it in that Napa Auto Parts Auto Nation machine? He can see it. He can taste it. It's right there. He's just got to get the Verizon Chevy driver.
That carrot, I think, is just out of reach, James, as they come to the line.
Out of turn 13, out of turn 14, the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix. The last one at Belle Isle is won by Will Power. How about that? Chased it all the way home.
Yes. Oh, God.
Power wins.
Rejection.
Meanwhile, up front, Newgard, Ericsson, Rossi, Herta now under pressure from Roman Grosjean, and Grosjean has 39 seconds of push to pass to Colton's 2.
And he can use it right here, right now. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Herta is defensive on the inside, but he can't do anything about it with that extra bonus push to pass that Romain Grosjean saved.
I think Grosjean might end up on the podium here if he uses all of that available power to catch Rossi. He might have a shot coming to Canada corner.
I'll tell you, he's going to have a shot as Felix Rosenquist because Herta is out. Rosenquist's got 41 seconds. He can basically do the rest of this lap on the button if he wants. He'll close the gap here into turn 5, and if he doesn't get it done, another shot into 12. But here we go.
Yep.
Defense from Herta.
And does he run it a little long? Can Rosenquist switch it back? No, good work, Colton Herta.
And Scott McLaughlin sitting here thinking to himself, all right, guys, get into it with each other. Let's get side by side. Give me a chance to pick up another spot.
McLaughlin's still got some push to pass left as well on this final lap. Graham Rahal must be loving this, running up the front for the first time in a while in that fifth third bank Honda. There he is in the 15 ahead of Scott Dixon.
Why isn't Rosenquist on the button? He's got 41 seconds available. Colton with nothing, and Rosenquist hasn't even touched it.
Use it now, go. Joseph Newgarden is on his way home. What a story this is for the 31-year-old from Tennessee. He had disappointment here a year ago. Here's Rosenquist on the button now. He goes for it, but the big story is up the front. Joseph Newgarden with that people-ready force for good $1 million being shared between the team and a charity of his choice. Joseph Newgarden has done it at Road America. What a drive. That's $1 million drive.
Redemption.
By Joseph Newgarden and redemption.
And $1 million, bud.
use all of the overtake. He is less than 2.5 miles away from joining an illustrious list of Emerson Fittipaldi, Alonso Jr., Elio Castro-Neves, Ryan Briscoe, Simon Pagenaud, Joseph Newgarden, and his other teammate Will Power as drivers to win at Mid-Ohio for the captain. Isn't that interesting? Both of his wins, if he gets there today, he will be shadowed home by Alex Palou, the guy who he marks himself against as a second-year driver in IndyCar. He said, I've looked at all of the stats. I watched what Palou did last year in his second year. I need to be the same.
And you know what Palou did better than anyone last year is just finish races, take what is on offer, don't force it, don't push the issue, high percentage decisions. And with Palou as he runs right now, fourth in the championship, just 35 points back of his teammate Marcus Ericsson. It sure feels like Palou's going to be a factor when we get to Laguna Seca at the end of this championship.
How about this? Scott McLaughlin, back-to-back wins for the captain in successive years here, but it's a first for McLaughlin at Mid-Ohio. With mum and dad on site to witness their son's victory here in Ohio. Yeah, celebrations tonight.
That's my boy. Nice drive there, dude. Just like St. Pete, same guy. He did the same thing. He crushed it. Proud of you, bud.
Meanwhile, we're seeing the white flag for Scott Dixon, who has not won in his last 23 races. In that span, he's had 4 podiums since that last win at Texas. First half of a doubleheader in the spring of 21.
He's got a great run coming here, but Colton has enough seconds to defend. He's doing the dragon a little bit down the back straightaway, Hurt is.
Breaking that draft, the Swedish snake all over the push to pass. He's too far back here. He's going to have one more shot at it probably into turn 8, but we talked about how tricky that is on old tires especially. Herta trying to hang on to survive and finish second. Dixon up front with a few more corners to go. Dixon's just cruising. He knows these two are going at it tooth and nail, and this is it. The last opportunity for Felix. He's not going to get it done, and this guy, Scott Dixon, is going to take it. 4 wins at Toronto, but more significantly, history made. Win number 52. Scott Dixon has tied Mario Andretti for the second most wins in IndyCar history. Dixon has done it in Toronto. Done it, and in dominating fashion, guys. When we saw the pace he had in qualifying, the confidence I think he had after that session, he knew he had a strong race car, and they just did exactly what they do, played the pit cycle perfectly, controlled it from there.
And with all the controversy with Chip Ganassi Racing and Alex Palou this week, Chip Ganassi, his ultimate loyalty is to winning, and he did it today with his most experienced driver, the master, Scott Dixon.
And only A.J. Foyt has won more IndyCar races than Scott Dixon. And Joseph Newgarden coming to the white flag. Ryan Hunter-Reay, a 3-time winner. Same as Joseph Newgarden. He's got a chance to top him here today.
What a terrific drive. Got the jump on his teammate when it counted, and then just managed this thing.
Through 3 and 4, Joseph Newgarden can climb within whispering distance of the championship. Win number 4 in the season. Win number 4 in Iowa. Joseph Newgarden wins the first half of the Hy-Vee IndyCar weekend doubleheader. Pato O'Ward's 3 previous wins have been on different types of tracks. This would be the 4th different type of track. A super speedway, a street course, a road course, and potentially a short oval. Less than a mile to go for Pato O'Ward. He's got a win already this season. He's been trying to fight back into the championship mix. They've had bad luck at times. Today, some good luck. Start number 50 for Pato O'Ward is win number 4. O'Ward is back in the championship mix. Wins the second half of the Hy-Vee IndyCar doubleheader in Iowa.
Way to go, boys. Way to go. Awesome weekend. Let's go.
This car has been going just fine as Alexander Rossi takes the white flag, guys. 1 lap to go.
And for Christian Lundgaard, 1 more lap for his first IndyCar podium. His previous best finish, 8th at Toronto. He's finished 9th here before, but this is a huge improvement for a career best for a young driver out of Europe who came here with so much potential and is half a lap from realizing it.
And it's been trending the right way for Lundgaard because 3 top 10s in the last 5 races for the Danish driver. But it's an all stars and stripes affair up front in this Napa Auto Parts Auto Nation Honda for Alexander Rossi.
And let me just tell you, if you are thinking of sending Alexander Rossi a congratulatory text message if he brings this home,
he won't respond.
Don't bother doing it. He will not open it. He will not read it. He will not respond.
Alexander Rossi is driving his way to victory lane. He will become the 8th different winner this year with still 4 races to go. Remember, Nashville next weekend. Cannot wait for that. But let's celebrate this moment because one of the sport's frontrunners has had lean times over the past 3 years. Not anymore. Alexander Rossi ends a 3-year drought and is an IndyCar race winner again. The first time at the Brickyard on the road course. He got by Newgarden with those fresh tires.
Looked like Rosenqvist almost got into the back of Lundgaard as there's side-by-side contact. I think that's Will Power and maybe Castroneves or Pagano back there going wheel to wheel.
1 to go. You saw the white flag. They're on their way home. Less than 2 miles.
1 to go.
Which New Zealander's going to do it? Is it Scott Dixon or Scott McLaughlin?
They'll both be on the push to pass. They have plenty to burn. Scott Dixon got the advantage down into turn 4. There'll be no passing from here through at least turn 7. Maybe Scott McLaughlin could be brave into 8, but it's all going to be down into turn 9, Townsend.
What kind of jump can Scott McLaughlin get off of this corner? The right-hander, how early can he get to power? He's had the best power down all weekend. A good, not great jump for McLaughlin, but he's in the draft, If.
This is it. This is the opportunity for McLaughlin. Here he comes on the Chip Ganassi racer. Is he close enough? How big will he send it? Can he? He's too far back.
You can still do it into turn 11 if you're close enough. He's not really thinking championship. He's thinking race win. Scott Dixon's the one that's got a benefit here from the points.
The PNC Bank Honda, it was a Ganassi victory last year. Will it be a Ganassi victory this year? After having such an eventful start to the race, McLaughlin tries to drag race Dixon and can't do it. Scott Dixon wins the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix.
Holy smokes, well done, guys. Man, that was fun.
He was headed for a good
Here
result.
he comes.
This is the closest he's been.
Got a good run on it.
The white flag. Does Malukas go for it?
Yes!
It's risky, but he's going to go for it.
You gotta love that. Malukas to second.
Unbelievable move from David Malukas on the last lap to take second from Scott McLaughlin.
Jammed up, coming off of 4.
And he's not content with second. He might try and go for the win, but he's out of time. Joseph Newgarden wins back-to-back years at Worldwide Technology Raceway. 3 in a row at this track for Newgarden. This man's on a mission, and he's within 3 of the championship lead. Less than 2 miles between Scott McLaughlin and a 3rd career victory. What an amazing weekend he has had, and he would give Team Penske its 3rd road course win of the year. So that'd be 3 on the ovals, 3 on the streets, and 3 on the road courses. So the most dominant team in the 2022 season. No surprise that one of its 3 drivers are leading the way.
And those hands and those white gloves from Scott McLaughlin have been only steady all day long. You have not seen one moment of flurry, one moment of sideways. It is calm, confident, determined, quiet hands and fast driving from McLaughlin.
The year started with a pole position and a victory to this young New Zealander. And then he went on and won at Mid-Ohio as well. Scott McLaughlin got the pole in dominant fashion yesterday. Scott McLaughlin wins the Grand Prix of Portland for his 3rd career win.
53 to the moon, let's go. Well done, team. Woo.
1 more to go.
All right, last lap.
2.5 miles for Alex. Yes, sir, says Alex Palou. Is this the last time we see him in Chip Ganassi colours? Is this the final lap that we see him in Chip Ganassi colours? Or is there more to the story that will unfold in the off-season and more particularly over the next month as he lights it up out of turn 3? Powell will come and get the white flag in the bottom part of the screen to take 1 more lap en route to career title number 2. 1 more to go for Power.
Copy.
Hit your marks is the call, copy is the response.
And at this point, as a driver, you're still laser focused, but you're thinking to yourself, take it all in. Hit every apex, don't miss your marks, but don't forget to enjoy the last laps at Laguna Seca before they repave it. It will never drive like this again. On a glorious day, both Power and Palou, masters of their craft.
This guy has been able to block out the turbulence, block out the distraction, block out the legal dramas and all the chit-chat online and on social media. This has been an exceptional display from Alex Palou. It's hello Palou at the season finale.
Oh boy, thank you so much, guys.
Alex finishes on the highest possible note to be the 9th different winner this year, while this is what it feels like to be a champion. Riding home. It has been a long time. 2014 was his first NTT IndyCar Series championship. He is a long way from home, a long way from Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia. But will Power join some very famous names as a two-time NTT IndyCar Series champion? Power has done it.
Oh man, it sounds surreal. Honestly, it sounds surreal. I cannot thank you guys enough. It was absolutely a team effort this year. You guys were absolutely flawless all year, and I owe it to you to have driven my heart out today. So thank you and congratulations.